Listen, I won't gonna say nothing, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give my review on Medea's Destination Wedding because why not? I have a lot to say. Well, not too much, but I'm just gonna speak on my thoughts. Me personally, will I ever watch the movie again? No. If I knew it was gonna be what it was, I would have never watched it in the first place. Before I even cut it on, I was like, do I really want to watch it? I already feel like it's gonna be like a typical, corny, predictable Tyler Perry production. No shade, but that's just my viewer's opinion. And at the same time, was I wrong? Did I lie? Now, before I be shady and tell you all the things that I didn't like, I am gonna go through the things that I did like. I don't like, what was it, like an hour and a half, something like that. I laughed like 3 times out loud. I know I'm shocked, you're shocked, we're all shocked, but they were genuine laughs. Like, it was one part where Madea, the first time I laughed is when Madea had doused, it was some robbers, 3 robbers had tried to rob her or whatever at the gas station at the very beginning of the movie, and she had doused them and their car in gasoline, and before they could get away, she had tossed, I think, a lighter, and instead of the car blowing up, the weirdest fucking thing happened. The car just set on fire. I'm like, could you not afford like an explosion or like what? Another time was at the bachelor party, and so they went to the Bahamas. That was the destination they went to, and it was at the bachelor party where Joe, he was dancing to this song, and he was dropping it like it was hot. And when I tell you, I hollered. I did say I laughed at 3 parts, but apparently the third one wasn't really all that funny or memorable. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. And let's get to all the bad shit. Tiffany, sis, you had one job. One, there was a moment where the mother, Tiffany's mother, Tiffany from Boo, Boo the Halloween Madea movie, she was apologizing to her daughter, and you could actually see a tear coming down her eye, even though she wasn't selling it to me. But Tiffany was so bad. Like the acting. What the hell was that? Let me tell you something. This is so emotional. See how you didn't sell? See how I didn't sell it? You didn't believe me either, did you? That's how I felt watching her. Cora, this was honestly the first movie that I can honestly say Cora really stood out in a way where I was so annoyed with her character. They really could have swapped her out for Hattie, and I wish they would have. I gotta say, it was a lot of comedic moments, and again, I only laughed 3 times. I thought a lot of the comedy was forced, and I'm like, what is happening here? Now, the groom was fine as shit. Oh my goodness, I don't know who that is, but let me tell you something. Due to the recent allegations, and I do say allegations, I wasn't there, I don't know what's true and what's not true, and we're not gonna call nobody no liar, you know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna say nobody innocent until proven guilty. But let me say this. He was fine as shit, you understand me? But being as though he has the same features that allegedly, the man in charge likes, and the skin tone that allegedly the man in charge likes, allegedly, okay? I was a little uncomfortable when they was alone in scenes together. Oh, and he was bad too. I didn't enjoy his acting either. Now, this is not to throw salt on anybody's skills intentionally. I'm just giving my opinion. I just watched it. It's fresh on my mind, and it's only a review. These are my opinions. This is my POV. Don't come for me. We didn't really get too much of the sightseeing. I also wanted to talk about the actor that played Tiffany and her brother's mom's rich husband. They switched they switched the actor. He really didn't have any lines like that. I predicted that they were getting a divorce because they were setting up like there's a why as to why Tiffany and the dude were only dating for 4 months, and they didn't explore like when he proposed, whatever. She just popped up her first scene with the ring on. So when her mom had said that, oh, we'll take care of it, meaning her and her almost ex-husband, they'll take care of like the whole trip, all expenses paid, whatever, whatever. You know, Brian had, he was like, no, I will take care of it. The daughter's father's supposed to pay for the wedding, whatever, whatever. Now, mind you, he didn't say that until somebody else in the room mentioned it first. But when Madea first saw her room, which was, it was cute, you know what I mean? For the hotel on the outside to look like that, I thought the suite would look a lot better. But Madea raised, she has suspicions because she's like, her mom is really not that nice. Why would she give me this really nice room? Something's going on. And why are they pushing this wedding to be so soon? I figured out like early on, I thought maybe because Brian was doing a background check on the groom to be, I thought maybe because he didn't find anything, maybe like the guy changed his name or something. He was like a criminal or whatever. But apparently, that theory was wrong. But the mom was getting a divorce, which I predicted that as well. I was like, something going on in that marriage. Now, the reason really didn't, to me, make any sense. Maybe when y'all see it, if y'all even want to watch it, it'll make sense to y'all, and maybe y'all can make sense to me. But until then, it's just kind of like smoke and mirrors. I also wanted to discuss Brian's son and Tiffany's brother, the one who was on Boo, I think Boo and Boo 2. This was not the same actor. Why? I don't know. I cannot stand when they do that because for real, it didn't have to be Tiffany that was getting married. It could have been somebody else in y'all's family. Y'all didn't have to continue with this same family right here because it's not the same family. That's not the same actor that played the little boy in Boo 2. And am I the only one who thinks that Brown is funnier? Well, he's funny in plays, not in the movies. I feel like it gives very much try hard. And I'm like, I feel like for the most part, all of the regulars like Madea, Bam, Hattie, Brown, Joe's not really he's funny in the movies. He's like the only one that's funny in the movies. But like Madea, Bam, Hattie, Brown, they're funny in the plays where they just get to, riff and go off a script. All in all, I can say I watched it. That's the takeaway from all of this. It was cute. No, it wasn't. I managed to sit through it, but I have to say, like, I was really on the fence because of the last movie that came out, which was the, it was the one, what was it called? It was Medea's, y'all, what was it called? Medea's Homecoming. I literally had to go to Google and look it up. The movie was so, just, no ma'am. I was really hesitant to watch Medea's Destination Wedding because the last movie was so bad. Like, now I'm like, either just keep doing Madea plays and actually make us laugh, actually entertain us, or it might really be time to hang Madea up because it's given you trying way too hard for these jokes and they're not hitting. I'm done talking about this. I'm done. Okay. Now, and had I cut the movie off when I was like ready to clock out and go home, I wouldn't have gotten through the whole thing. Let's just say that. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want me to do more movie reviews, put it in the comments. And also put the movies that you would like me to review in the comments. I will do more.